Okay, in this video, we're going to be exploring the Stats tab within the company portfolio and site dashboards. Now, these stats tabs are supposed to represent a live evaluation against KPIs for the meters, portfolios, and sites within your selected stats table. So we've got three tabs here. So one is today. So this is a snapshot in time for these data points. So as of the 30th of November 2022, we've got 17 live meters currently in the database, total AQs for electric, gas, and water for this client, the fuel split here in terms of meter count and percentage between electric and gas, and then the meter type. So we've got 35.3%, 6 meters are interval 48, and then 11 meters have not been selected. But the alternatives here would be non-half hourly AMR, non-half hourly non-AMR, etc. So SMET1, SMET2. So you can identify the progress of a smart meter rollout very, very readily and visually on the screen here. If you want to show the meters, clicking these links will go through to the stats and data tables. If you want to see those as a full video that you can watch to run through them. The As At tab is analysis as at a particular date. So immediately we've gone to the beginning of the year. If we come further along, we say today's the date, 22nd November. So as of the 22nd November, the contracted supplies, so only 47.1% of the meters within this client area are in contract. So we've got 9 meters out of contract. So great one for identifying how many, how much of the percentage of the portfolio is under contract and how much is out of contract, especially in these times with high out of contract rates. You've got total suppliers. So obviously, we're only under one supplier in this contract as at this date. So one with demo supplier. Again, very useful for identifying where there's more contracts and more suppliers being inherited by a change of tenancies, and how readily those are being merged into any basket contracts or flex contracts. How many of these meters have consumption forecasts that are live, and how many of them have live budgets? And then how many of the meters have contracts from renewable sources? And then finally, there's one here on timeline. So again, these metrics will go between a set date range. So if we said for the year of 2022, then 36.8% of the half-hour data for these meters are complete. So these are meters where we're expecting to have half-hour data. So complete 980, and then we've got provisional data for 43.1% of the time. 8.7% or 232 days missing, and there's 230 days meter days. So if you've got 1 meter, then looking at 365 days, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 meters. Obviously, we multiply those numbers out to identify the overall number of days that we could have. And then we've got 11.4% of the data is where we've got zeros. So from the data collectors, we've been receiving files with zeros rather than just having missing data. So some of that data is in fault. We've got 100% billing data completeness. So we've got 100% of the bills that we should have are in place, and we can view that by month as well. So if we did have missing bills, we can pinpoint very quickly where we're missing those bills from. And then estimate billing, 100% of the billing that we have is based on actual reads, which is fantastic. Okay, thank you very much for your time.